Okay, in this video we're going to begin going over my religious titles for my collection update. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. Up first we have A Second Witness, the Elizabeth Panting story, right here. And this is actually a smaller segment of a movie called 17 Miracles, which I think we'll get to in a second. I think I have that one someplace else actually. Anyway, Second Witness right here. Like I said, this is a smaller portion of the 17 Miracles story. By a smaller portion, I mean it's 17 minutes instead of feature length, which would be like an hour or so, or an hour or more. Yeah, good story. I believe at the same time Ephraim's Rescue is taking place around that same time. Got a bunch of these titles here. I'm trying to see if any of these stacks have 17 Miracles in it. I know I have the movie because it's pretty early on in my case one with the numerical titles. Anyway, I might have it with the case for it with my regular titles, the G through PG-13s, which is something that I'll need to switch around at some point because that's not where it goes. It goes numerically under 17. So anyway, let's go ahead and mention this next one here. Next up, we have 7 Signs of Christ's Return. This, I think, is more of like a Christian or Jewish adaptation or something like that. 1 disc, 60 minutes long, right here. Interesting logo, but it was little on the drier side of things. It's not as it is more informative than story based. So I was having a little trouble connecting with that one. Next up, we have Eyewitness Bible series on Acts. It's under A for Acts. This Acts is a history of the first 3 decades of the church. It is the only existing history of the church that was written in the 1st century, although the Bible does not specify it. Church tradition and many scholars agree that Luke wrote both Luke and Acts. The purpose of the Acts series is to tell some of the information of the book of Acts from different vantage points. The series illustrates the stories that Luke might have heard from a dozen of the characters featured in the book of Acts. It is presented in 18 segments as follows: Luke, Peter, Stephen, Philip, Barnabas, John Mark, Holy Spirit, Paul, First Missionary Journey, James, Philip, Second Missionary Journey parts 1 and 2, Timothy, Prominent Women of Acts, Third Missionary Journey, Paul's End, and Beyond Acts, for a total of 4 hours and 29 minutes. Playable all over the world here. That's what that means with the globe and the word all, is that it's region 0, playable worldwide. Next up, we have Amish Latter-day Saints, blending 2 worlds into one. this was a bit more of a fun documentary. Still kind of informative, but it also had some fun and heart to it. So here we go. 50 minutes. So still a little bit short, but not as short as the first title we mentioned, or that we talked about here. Next up, we have Apostle Peter and the Last Supper. Right here. Rating pending, 88 minutes. Again, playable worldwide. And let's see. I don't seem to recognize any of the 4 names that it lists on the back of the case. Set in Rome, AD 67. So, okay. Next up, we have Baptists at Our Barbecue. Right here. This one is hilarious. This is a very funny movie. A comedy about finding your place no matter what your faith. The first LDS-centric comedy that tells a real story and looks like a real movie. Deseret News said, so Baptists at Our Barbecue deals openly with religious tolerance, human relationships, and the ways we deal with each other. IndependenceCritics.com says, with warm sweetness and offbeat sincerity. Box office says, directed by Christian Viusa. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. From the Aaron of the Angels, which we'll get to later in one of these stacks as well. It's in this third one. But yeah, witty and utterly delightful. I'm noticing on the back here the welcome sign here. So it originally said "Welcome to Longfellow," but someone in the movie ended up crossing off fellow and saying long-winded. Population 262 Mormons, 262 Baptists. 93 minutes. Very funny movie. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's such a funny movie. Next up, we have 12 animated Bible stories. List them here on the front. I'll read them off the back here, and see if any of them say how long they are. Doesn't look like it, but it does say how long the collection is overall at the bottom. So we have the Apostles, the Miracles of Jesus, the Last Supper, Crucifixion and Resurrection, Jonah and the Whale, Life with Jesus, Joseph in the Coat of Many Colors, Daniel in the Lion's Den, David and Goliath, Samson and Delilah, Sodom and Gomorrah, the story of Moses, and as well as Joshua and the Battle of Jericho, for a combined total of 564 minutes in color and no rating. So yeah, here we go. Next up, we have The Bible, the Epic miniseries, right here. And I believe this was like TV-14, so suitable for any PG-13 audience. Let's see. I also don't recognize any of the cast names on this one. But yeah, here we go. includes a music video for Mary Did You Know by Pentatonix, which is a phenomenal Christmas song. Next up, we have In the Beginning, Through Faith They Found Freedom. And, From Creation to the Commandments. So, looks like this one covers quite the time frame in the Bible there. 2 hours and 53 minutes. It's a long one, too. Wow. I don't recognize any of these names here, but that's okay, because I think, just barely started watching this one day. Oh, Christopher Lee is in it. I see his name on the front. His name is not on the back for some reason, but Christopher Lee is in here. Okay. So I recognize one name on the case, and it's on the front instead of where the cast would be on the back section here. Christopher Lee's name is not here. It's only up here. Right there, to be specific. So yeah. One that I need to work on viewing. And then up next we have the Bible in the Beginning. And this one looks like this one says specifically it depicts the first 22 chapters of Genesis. We got let's see, George C. Scott as Abraham, Ava Gardner as Sarah, Peter O'Toole as the haunting presence of the angel of God. What else? Richard Harris is in this. Came out in 1966. It's rated G, 172 minutes. That's close to what well, I don't know. This one's just shy of 3 hours, just like this one is. When did this one come out? This one came out around 2000, it looks like. Whereas, so yeah, coming out in the 2000s, thereabout, early 2000s, and this one's from 1966, which would explain the G rating on it, because it's very, very old. Yeah. This particular DVD release is from 2005, but here we go. Next up, we have 3 of my 5 ancient secrets of the Bible collector's edition stories. The next, or the other 2, are in the second stack over here. This first case here has David and Goliath, or the Battle of David and Goliath, as well as the story of Samson. I think I tried organizing these for the most part, when they would take place in the Bible itself. So I think these ones would take place the earliest from these 5, or technically 10, because there's 2 to a disc here. But these stories, I think, take place before the rest of them generally. Anywho, it's an hour long, so about 30 minutes apiece. And yeah. The next 2 scenarios are Noah's Ark and the Ark of the Covenant. And Noah's Ark obviously happens before the Ark of the Covenant, and so I put it so I sorted this one under Noah's Ark, since that one happened first. Another 60 minutes, so I think these are all half-an-hour episodes for 2 episodes per disc. So, not a bad way to spend 5 hours, but yeah. Here we go. The third one covers Moses' 10 Commandments and Moses' Red Sea miracle, which I think technically it happened the other way around. I think the Red Sea occurred and then they got the 10 Commandments, but oh well, that's okay. It's close enough for government wages, I suppose. Yeah, there's that. All right. Continuing on with the ancient secrets of the Bible, we have Sodom and Gomorrah and the walls of Jericho right here. As stated before, all 5 of these are an hour long. So okay. And the last 2 for this Ancient Secrets of the Bible collection are the Tower of Babel and Shroud of Turin right here. Allegedly, the Shroud of Turin was what Christ was wrapped in when he was placed in the sepulcher, and the event of his rising left an impression on the cloth that could technically be a photograph of the Savior, allegedly. I'm not sure how accurate these are, but they're still fun to think about, I suppose. So yeah. Let's see if I can get through the rest of this particular video without dropping another title. Next up, we have The Blind, the true story of the Robertson family. Right here. Oops. It's in a slipcover. Go ahead and take the slipcover off. And let's see if I recognize any of the names on the back of here. I do not. This one is an hour and 49 minutes and came out in 2023 and is PG-13. So, yeah, that's cool. And judging from that sticker, I got it for $23. Next up, we have Book of Mormon DVD presentations for youth and adult Sunday school gospel doctrine classes. Right here. Let's see. 81 minutes long. Available in a variety of languages. Subtitled in English. Playable worldwide. And yeah. Next up, we have Book of Mormon Gospel Study Companion, 2-disc set, right here. This one is Also playable worldwide and does not have an actual runtime on it. There's nothing on the inside to indicate a runtime either. But it contains 52 mini lessons, so probably hour and a half, somewhere in there. Just wait, each 8 to 12 minute episode. Okay, so 8 to 12 minutes per episode. Okay, so I can figure out the runtime from that later on. Okay, moving on. Next up, we have Called to Serve right here. It's 22 minutes. Right here. And yeah. Some of the information in that is most likely dated by now. Next up, we have The Case for Christ. Faye Dunaway is in this. Same with Erica Christensen. Right here. This one is PG with a runtime of 1:53. What else is in here? No other names that I recognize. Okay. Came out in 2017 by Universal Studios. Next up, we have A Celebration of Life, a tribute to President Gordon B. Hinckley on the occasion of his 95th birthday, July 22nd, 2005. Right here. That's President Gordon B. Hinckley. It's an hour and 58 minutes. All right. Next up, we have CES, Satellite Training Broadcast. CES is Church Educational System. That's what it stands for. So it says down at the bottom of the case here, Church Educational System. And this one is also available in a variety of languages and is 2 hours and 4 minutes. Okay then. Some of those might be outdated now too. Next up, we have Christianity, the First 1,000 Years. Right here. And let's see. From the crucifixion to the coming of the Crusades. And it's 200 minutes. So a little over 3 hours. 3 hours and 20, I think. Came out in 1998. Yeah, here we go. And to go right along with that, we have Christianity, the Second 1,000 Years. Right here. This one says 1,000 years later, Christianity reigned unchallenged as the dominant religion in Western Europe. This particular one chronicles not just the events and personalities that left indelible marks on the landscape of faith, but also the forces behind them. From the Crusades to the Reformation to the sweeping changes of Vatican II. and it uses the II Roman numeral. See, I know Roman numerals 1 through 10, or 1 through 12, but yeah, this one's also 200 minutes and came out in the year 2000. So, there we go. This one has an insert of a few other titles that could be available, or that are available. I don't think this one has an insert, does it? Oh, it does. The exact same one. Okay. And I think last for this portion, we have church history, home and family collection, church history right here. This set has 3 DVDs. Of 3 DVDs, contains 29 videos about church history for personal and family viewing. Many of these videos have not previously been available for purchase. They can be used to enhance family homing or to complement personal and family church history study. And is a whopping 7 hours and 48 minutes. Cool. All right. I think I'm going to end this particular video here and do stacks 3 and 4 in another video. So this will be collection update part 9, and the next 2 will be part 10. So here we go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.